welcome back to Elise Reads and Speaks. Today, I'm doing something a little different. So recently, I don't know why, but recently, I've had a couple people ask me how I make friends on Booktube and how I connect with people, and I was like, I don't know, I just kind of find them. I mean, that was the only answer I had. And it was a couple people that asked me that I was like, well, you know, I know that I have a baby channel. It's a small channel. It's really like my friends and possibly family from Facebook that watch my videos. So one, I appreciate it. Thank you. Two, if you're looking for more people to watch, this is going to be a booktube video all about booktuber recommendations. I decided that I would just go with 10 of the smaller ones and then like 5 big ones that I watch, and based on what I say, maybe you'll find somebody that's a little bit more for you. So the first person I'm going to mention is Rachel over at Bookboop. All right, she has a fun reading taste. She likes a lot of middle grade, a lot of spooky, ghosty type stories. And the first time I watched her videos, I just felt like I clicked with her. Like I felt like that would be somebody that I would be friends with in real life, you know? And that's kind of how you make booktube friends. You watch each other's videos, you comment on each other's videos, you talk about books that maybe you would want to buddy read together. And I feel like I know this girl even though I haven't met her before. So if your reading taste is a little similar to mine, you might really enjoy Rachel. Next is Emily over at Novel Novels. I have mentioned her a bunch of times on my channel because we have done a bunch of buddy reads with the 6 Tudor Queens books, and it's been so much fun. But this is one of those people that, like, she has so much charisma during her videos. You can tell when she's excited about something and that she really enjoys what she's reading, and she's much nicer than I am. I feel like when she reads a book that she doesn't care for, she doesn't rip it to shreds, which is very kind, okay? That's very nice. And there should be more people like that out in the world. But if you're looking for somebody that kind of varies their reading taste more in the adult genre, like she reads some YA, but it seems more adult, and it seems like she has a very eclectic taste too, like she'll try a little bit of everything, I think you might like Emily. Now, this person I mention all the time on my channel, and that is because it is the only booktube friend that I know in real life. This is Michelle Reads YA, and she is the reason that I even started a booktube channel, because she started one and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, this is so fun, and I watched all her videos and I was like, I want to do this too, this is great. People just talk about books and nerd out. Perfect. All right, Michelle's great. Michelle and I disagree pretty much on everything, but you know, sometimes you just need a person like that in your life to be the foil to what you enjoy and see if there is ever anything that you'll agree on. I think we agree on Twilight. In her most recent vlog with her book club picks, because I'm in her book club, the book that I picked, she liked. She liked it. I was so excited for myself, okay? Like, I liked something first, I made her read it, and then she liked it. So I would say for Michelle, you know, if you don't like my reading taste, if you just watch my videos because you like me, I mean, like, 1, thank you, appreciate it. 2, you should watch Michelle. Next up is another Rachel. This is Reads with Rachel. Now, I really enjoy her content. She's got like all the feminist content. She's not afraid to speak her mind. She's very opinionated. She's all pro-choice and pro-women, and I love it. And I feel like her channel has exposed me to different books that I didn't know existed. Like, we first found each other because she found my videos and then realized that I had a Cavalier, my little Liam, who has now passed away. But let me tell you, when people realize that they have the same dog breeds in common, there's just like a bond there, okay? Like, I don't know what other way to describe it. But when you find out that somebody has the same dog breed as you or had the same dog breed as you, it's like you know them on a different level. I don't know. I don't know what other way to describe it. And also, I feel like Rachel is one of those people that, like, if I was anywhere in her general vicinity, you know, she's in Florida, but if I was around wherever she was and I'm like, hey, I'm here, I'm in town, let's get a drink. I feel like she's one of those people who'd be like, all right, let me get the kids in the car and I'll come meet you. And I feel like that's the type of friend that you would want to have. Then there's Kayla over at Crack Into a Good Book. This is another North Carolina booktuber. So I'm just saying, It's like the same thing with the dog people. When you find people that are in the same state as you, and especially when it's North Carolina and crazy crap happens in North Carolina, you just need people to commiserate with, you find your niche, you know, you find your people. And I feel like Kayla's one of my people because she lives in North Carolina, okay? It makes sense in my head. She reads like nobody else, okay? She reads like 300 books a year. And just in case you didn't know, there's 365 days in a year, sometimes 366, all right? So like most days she's reading a book. I find that super awesome. Like I can't do that, but she can. And she retains it all. She has a bunch of different recommendations, especially in the sci-fi and fantasy genre, which, you know, I really enjoy. She seems to read a little bit of everything, but I think she's more geared to sci-fi and fantasy. I also want to recommend Tish over at Little Wolf. I think I've been watching Tish since she started her channel, or like restarted her channel. And man, her aesthetic, I'm so jealous, okay? Like I watch her videos and I'm like, how do you do that? It just looks so beautiful. Like, I don't know. It's one of those channels that you just watch and sit there and you're just in awe. And also, I think she has interesting things to say about the books that she reads, and I think she comes up with some interesting content. Like, I think her channel has blown up a little bit. I'm thinking she's probably got over 10K viewers, but honestly, she's one to follow because I feel like her videos are kind of soothing. You just put them on. Sometimes she's got music in the background. She's super chill and cool, and I'm so envious because I wish that I could like emulate that too. But I always find myself interested in to see what she pops out next on her channel. Then there's Angela over at Literature Science Alliance. I feel like Angela is one of the nicest people to exist on Booktube. She just like, I don't know, throws out rays of kindness and you just want to see her succeed because she's so sweet. Like I really like Angela. And she also has this interesting series called Science Behind the Magic because she's a science nerd, okay? I'm not labeling somebody a nerd, okay? She calls herself a science nerd, just saying. I'm not bullying, all right? But the Science Behind the Magic series, she like goes into the different types of magic and explains the actual science behind them, like how it could actually happen. That's so cool. Like, she has so much knowledge that I don't, and I watch, I'm like, wow, I learned something today. Like, I feel like if you watch somebody's channel and you learn something, like, that is the point of Booktube, isn't it? Then there's TB Kane over at TB Kane. You know, to this day, I still don't know what TB stands for, but I like to think it's like the mystery of the persona, okay? And this guy cracks me up. Like, he's funny. Man, if you're not following him on Twitter, you should, because anytime he has something to say about Mal from the Grisha trilogy, it's so funny. Okay, but this is somebody that like has a cut and dry sense of humor. Even the way that he talks about books that he doesn't like just cracks me up. Like, I enjoy watching his videos because I know that his opinions are his own. He's not like submitting himself to the Booktube pressure to like a certain book. Oh, and he also hates Mansfield Park as much as I do. I feel like that bonds you together as well. Now here's a small channel that doesn't get enough play. Marissa Curtis over at Marissa Curtis. All right, her channel's small and I don't understand why. Like, I think she reads a lot, she cranks out a lot of content, she has good opinions on books, and I feel like her reading is very varied. Like, she doesn't read all of just the same thing, and she's got a little bit of a Tudor sweet spot, just like I do. I mean, you know me, I love the Tudors, Anne Boleyn is my girl, so when you find somebody else that enjoys the Tudors as much as you do, you want to be friends with them. And also, I think the most interesting thing that I saw on Marissa's channel one time was that she did a vlog when she visited the Downton Abbey exhibit in Asheville, North Carolina, and I was there. Like, we were there the same weekend and we both didn't know, and I was like, I could have met a book friend. Like, oh. All right, but anyway, if you just want to support somebody that has a smaller channel and should have a bigger channel because they're just fun, they're a nice person, go watch Marissa. And then there's Nikki over at Dark Between Pages. She used to be I_read past my bedtime, but then she changed her channel name to better represent who she is as a reader, which I think is fitting. I will say, Nikki reads a lot of stuff that I don't. Like, she's very into horror, gore, that kind of stuff, and I'm not. However, it doesn't stop me from watching her channel because I like Nikki. Plus, I will say she does a lot of author spotlights, and not like big authors. I mean like indie author spotlights, and I think that's super cool. And it's because of her channel that I read Wild Magic last year by K.M. Sharon, and I gave it 5 stars, and I wouldn't have even known that that book existed if it wasn't for Nikki's channel, you know? So I feel like somebody that's hyping up some good among the indie authors is somebody that you would want to watch. And also, if you're not so into my reading taste, because I know there's a bunch of you on my Facebook that love some horror movies and I'm just not into them, you would really enjoy Nikki's channel. So now I figured I would talk about 5 of the bigger booktubers that I watch. Now, these are not my friends. They don't know I exist, okay? So I'm not telling you, oh, we're besties, we're talking all the time. We're not, okay? Let me just make that clear. So I figured I'd hit on 5 that I think have interesting content, and if you want to see why there are a such thing as big booktubers, you should go ahead and watch some of these channels and see how their content is just a little different, a little more inspiring, and why they have so many followers. So the first one that I'll hit on is How to Train Your Gavin. Gavin is hilarious, okay? Like, he does everything. He reads a lot of middle grade. I feel like he does a lot for the middle grade world, but don't let that fool you. Like, I say middle grade and you're like, okay, like a PG booktuber. Nah, man. There have been videos with dildos in them, okay? With Gavin, you never know what you're gonna get. It's so funny, but I'm always excited to see what he's gonna put out because I never know what to expect. Going off of a fun booktuber, there is With Cindy. It used to be Read with Cindy, and then she also changed her channel name to With Cindy just because she doesn't want her channel only to be about reading. She wants it to be about some other stuff too. Dude, this girl is hilarious. And she's also super intelligent. She's like one of those people that's probably too intelligent for her own good, and I love it. I love every second of it, okay? She blew up on the scene when she did this response video to Dick Soap. If you don't know about Dick Soap in the, what was it, the Bookish Boyfriend box, you should go ahead and look that up. I'm not gonna talk about it right here, but you should look up some Illyrian Dick Soap, all right? But that's not all her channel is, just saying witty things. Like, she's so smart. One of my favorite videos from her was when she compared Michelle Obama's Becoming to Hot Pterodactyl Boyfriend. She kept a straight face the entire time, and that whole video was like a compare and contrast essay. It was really good, and I'm sitting here listening to the Obamas being compared to this fantastical world of pterodactyl boyfriends. It's so funny. Like, she puts out such interesting, funny stuff. Oh, you have to check her out. You have to. Another booktuber that puts out some really interesting and fun content is Books and Llama. Like, she is so creative, okay? She comes up with all these different ideas. The editing that she does is really great. And I also feel like she's one of those people that you watch and you can feel how excited they are. Like, you can tell that she really loves what she's doing. And I really enjoy seeing that in a booktuber. Like, I don't want to watch somebody that doesn't really care about books. They're just doing it because they feel like they should. No, every video that she puts together, I feel like she really throws herself in there, and that's why she has so many followers. She makes you feel like you're her friend and she wants to reach out to you. Books and Llama is fantastic. Another big booktuber I want to recommend is Chelsea Palmer. I got into Chelsea because I wanted to watch some vlogs, and I saw that she had a lot, and I was like, okay, let me see if this is something I enjoy. I will tell you, on most people's channels, I don't watch vlogs. I am just personally not into them. I will watch Chelsea's. I find her so interesting. She's got goats. I like goats. Okay? I feel like if you're doing a reading vlog and then you throw some goats in there that you just have, like, I think it's wonderful. But also, I feel like she really expresses herself well about the books that she likes, she doesn't like. I feel like she's not only reading the most popular things that most of the bigger booktubers are, I feel like she reads some more obscure things as well and has some good recommendations. And I feel like out of the bigger booktubers that I watch, our tastes probably align the most. And the last one that I want to hit on is Ashley over at Bookish Realm. I really enjoy her channel. I feel like whenever I watch her channel, I learn something new that I was just not aware of. It makes me feel a little stupid, but at the same time, like a good stupid, like I've been enlightened, okay? She reads a bunch of books that I have not heard of. She exposes me to a lot. I've read a couple books because of Ashley's channel. I feel that she expresses herself well, and I feel like she really tries to educate her viewers. Like she wants to expose them to more Black literature, which I extremely appreciate because apparently I live in a cave and I don't know that any of this exists. But then I watch Ashley's channel and then I'm aware of it all. Plus, like, she just cranks out the content all the time. I feel like every day is a new video from Ashley. Maybe it's not every day, but it certainly feels like that. And I feel like I can't recommend her channel enough, and I don't think she's as big as she should be. So I hope these recommendations have helped you find some new people on Booktube. I'm sure those of you that are from Booktube world know each of the 5 bigger ones that I stated, but hopefully I help you find some smaller ones. And to my friends and family who just watch my channel because you like me, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And if you like Booktube and you want to find more Booktubers, try some of the channels that I'm listing down below. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for tuning in to Elise Reads and Speaks. I will catch you next time, guys. Bye.